All right, cool little backing track there. Hey, 2 yards, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. What's up, my buddy? That feels funny to say. But yeah, cool. Happy Saturday to you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day out there. Regardless, whatever it is you guys like to do, hanging out on a Saturday, coming to watch my random quirky live streams. But yeah, awesome. Hope you're having a fantastic day out there. I'm just kind of getting warmed up here. I haven't played much today. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did play a little bit earlier, but not much. Just a little, like, tiny bit. And yeah, so we're just getting some jam tracks going, trying to get the old hands loosened up, get some practice in. Why not? Yeah, just getting some good practice over backing tracks, mainly trying to get used to playing over some different ones I've not really messed around with. Let me check my tuning real quick. So one of these strings is a little off. I think I bent the crap out of it. Let's see. Sounds all right, I guess, now. That's good to know. Yeah, I knew I did something to it. I was like, why does it sound weird? Yeah, it sounds a little bit better. Hey, what's up, Mitch? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. What's up, J-Rod? Hope you're having a good one, man. Let's see, 2 Yards says, that's all I do on my channel is basically backing track jams. One take. Oh, that's awesome, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, one take tracks are awesome because you just don't know what's going to come out. And sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. It's kind of like playing the lottery, I guess. At least for me and my experience, I'm like, well, this is, a good lick. Or other times I'm like, damn, this just sucks today. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. You guys know what I'm saying? You get lucky some days and some days you don't. But yeah, we'll do a little bit more backing track stuff here in a minute. I just got to find a different one. Atmospheric funk track in G minor. That might be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, awesome. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday out there. Thanks for joining me on this exciting, maybe not so exciting Saturday. I don't know. We'll do some more fun stuff in a little bit here. But yeah, let me go and get some more jamming going. Get the hands loosened up just a bit more. Oh, commercials first. Sorry. Got to get the old commercials. That's a weird change. Okay. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That's a bit fun, man. Let's see here. Where am I at? I was plugging. You lost right on Laurie Mishma YouTube saying you were looking for students. Oh, you're plugging me last night. I see. I'm sorry. I misread. I'm like half blind. Laurie Mishmash. Yeah, I know Laurie. She's pretty cool, man. Yeah, sorry. I totally just like spaced out for a minute. I get what you're saying now. I appreciate you doing that, man. Very cool. Guitar's fading out. Oh, is echo cancellation on again? Let me see. Good point, Mitch. Thank you for letting me know about that. Log into StreamYard. It always goes back on, the echo cancellation. That's super annoying. There we go. Hopefully that'll kind of fix it now, and hopefully I won't fade out. Is it a little better now? Is it hopefully fixed? Up the volume if you can. Of everything or just the guitar? Because I don't know if my mic's loud enough or it's just the guitar it's slow. Just the guitar, okay. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that, dude. Let me see. It's already pretty loud on my end here, but let me turn up the amp. Here. Okay, mic is good. The guitar is low. Okay, is it still low, Mitch? Because I turned it up quite a bit there. Better now. Okay. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the help on that one. Yeah, I can only hear what I hear through my DAW, so I never know what you guys hear. So it always helps me out. But awesome. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday out there. Let me get this. Forgot to take my snark off. Rookie mistakes, man. Don't leave your snarks on like I do. Jay says, I think it sounds killer. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Glad it sounds all right on your end. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I'm just doing some jamming here. Quick little update for you guys. I got this cool little Lakato multi-effect pedal. I'll be doing a video on here pretty soon this week. I just gotta film it. Got a little new song and everything planned out with this, so it should be pretty interesting. But I gotta say, this thing is not. It's not what I thought it'd be. I'll just say that much. I'm not gonna say too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not gonna say anything good or bad. You guys have to watch the video for that. But I'll say it's definitely not what I thought it'd be. I'll say that much. I know it's very vague, but yeah, definitely different than I thought it'd be. Amp you have works great as a USB interface, but we wouldn't hear your mic. Yeah, I don't mess around with that kind of stuff since I already have my Scarlett. My Scarlett's already installed with my ASIO. What's it called? ASIO link 16. So it bypasses my sound card and uses strictly the Scarlett, so I can only use that for anything right now, unless I uninstall everything, which is a big mess. But anyways, besides all that boring stuff, how have you guys been? You having a good week? Good weekend, hopefully? Enjoying the weather? Maybe, maybe not. I was enjoying the weather. It was like 70, 80 degrees, and then it jumped back up to like 90, and it's going to be 100 again. So, no break, man. So when you think you're done with summer, it just comes back around. It's one of the things I hate about living in the valley. It's always hot all the time. Let's see here. A lot of YouTubers are doing a review on that pedal you have there. Oh, no kidding. You have no idea, man. I hate to say it, I just don't watch a lot of other videos right now. Like there's some people I do watch or I try to, but I have so many things I'm juggling that I just don't have a lot of time to see what everybody else is doing. I barely have time to listen to music. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? So, having said all that good stuff, let's do a quick little jam. I'll let you guys kind of chill and get acclimated on your weekend. What is this one? B minor. Slides backing track. They mean like it's a slide guitar backing track? I don't know what that means. I guess we might as well give it a try and figure it out. Okay, here we go. Should be kind of interesting. Softer sound. It sounds like I'm having like a shred contest at JCPenney's or something. Like, instead of Guitar Center hosting a guitar battle or whatever, you go to JCPenney's or Mervin's, and this is what you hear because, they're not going to play metal there. So they're like, what's up, guys? This is the JCPenney's guitar competition. Let's see what kind of shreds you guys can do. People are buying some good stuff right now, so entertain them, I don't know, this is how it felt. That backing track, at least. But yeah, awesome. Hope you guys are having a good time out there. And thanks, Mitch. I just saw that comment pop up now. Appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, I'm just going through random stuff here, seeing what we can get. Let's see, alternative rock. That might be interesting to try. Let's try that one. What is that chord progression? That sounds kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I dig that chord progression. That sounds kind of like bluesy rock, metal kind of vibe. I don't know. I like it though. It's very mellow. Easy listening, Craig. That's funny. Yeah, definitely easy listening with a little shred in there. Excellent play. Thank you, Wolf. How you doing today? And what's up, Tim? Good to see you. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope all you guys are having a fantastic Saturday out there. Just kind of hanging out here, getting my hands warmed up, doing some old backing track stuff. Didn't really do a lot of practicing this week. Did mainly just YouTube recording stuff. I got like a few lessons I got to edit still, and I got some review content on the way. Another guitar, and I got a pedal here. It's a lot of stuff I've been slacking on. Procrastinating. On top of teaching and everything, you know? So it's like, got all these things to try to juggle. So it's nice just to sit down and not think about anything and do a backing track without any real, like, you know, motive. Just sitting here with you guys, having a good time, taking it easy. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, these backing tracks are kind of interesting. I've never heard some of these, so gives us something new to mess with. Let me know what you guys got going on. If you have any guitar questions, stuff, or topics you want to mention, let me know. I'll do my best to give you some kind of answer or point you in the right direction. Let's see. In the meantime, I'll put on another backing track, and we're just going to go for it, man. What is this one? I don't know. I think we did this one before, ambient rock. I don't know about that one. Let's see. Craig says, what's a guitar? Yeah, what's a guitar? Let's see here. Deep frosted groove? What the hell is a deep frosted groove? This is also in C# minor. So, let's see. 2 Yard says, how much is California rent? Well, it depends where you live. I live in kind of like the more northern central valley of California, which is supposedly cheaper, I guess. That's what they say. But like for a studio, like I rent, which is like a closet space, I pay about $1,000 a month for rent in just this little circle. But if you live in like the Bay Area or like in Southern California or anywhere that's basically nicer, you're going to be paying probably like $1,500 for a studio, close to $2,000, which is insane. Let's see. Go back here. Okay, let's try this deep frosted groove, whatever that means.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's just more like mellow, but I guess we can do that. I wouldn't call that frosted, but this is in C# minor also. Okay. A lot of C# minor tonight, which I like, but okay, that one doesn't really change a whole lot. It's very just right? Very sounding. Let's see. You need. Wait, I gotta go back up here. How do you know if it's frosted or not? Good point. I'm not, the master of frosted, so I don't really know. It's a good point. 1750 for a small 2-bedroom. Now I own a small home in New Mexico. Oh man. Well, kudos to you for getting out of here, dude. Especially in San Diego. I know it's a heck of pricey over there. Your neck bends north with the fisheye lens. That's heck of funny, man. Yeah, this is a fisheye lens for sure. I didn't know that when I first bought it. They didn't specify that, but later on I figured it out because I was bending weirdly and I was looking at myself like, what the hell's wrong with my face? And my guitar's floating around. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And thank you. Appreciate that, Samson. But yeah, awesome. Let's check some more backing track stuff out. Let's see what we got here. What is Leaky Blues, guys? What the heck is a Leaky Blues? I don't even know what to think about that one. Leaky Blues. I don't even know if I want to know what that is. It just sounds kind of weird. Leaky Blues. What's next? Perverted Blues? Shady Blues? Blues that hurts? I don't know. There's got to be a line drawn somewhere on these backing track titles, man. Deep Passionate Ballad? Are we making love to the guitar now? Deep Passionate? That doesn't seem appropriate. Man, the stuff that they have here. What? Hey, there's myself. That's funny. Scrolling through, I popped up in my own feed. That's kind of humorous. And it's like a still frame of me going like with my face. That's even funnier. That'd be a good thumbnail. Let's see. That's what happens when you have to call a plumber after hours. That's funny, dude. All right, let's see what we got here. Groovy blues. Man, there's a lot of blues stuff, which I don't mind. But I don't want to keep doing the same style, I want to kind of bounce around a little so you guys don't get bored hearing me do the same licks. Seductive backing track. I'm just going to click on that because I'm curious. What does seductive backing track mean? Like, I gotta know. Commercial. Okay, what does this sound like? Let's see, guys. Just sounds like lounge music. Craig. That's funny, dude. It just sounds like JCPenney's again. Or Kohl's or whatever. I don't know. Whatever that you can shop at nowadays. Okay, so it's just like JCPenney's with a little like shuffle into it. So many JCPenney's type tunes. Now I'm starting to get convinced that maybe JCPenney's are like that smooth jazz sound should have like shred guitar in there. That'd be kind of funny. Which I mean they do shred just without distortion, but add a little distortion would be kind of cool. This is what we are reduced to. The future looks bright. That's funny. Let's see. My next video is me playing every wrong note possible. The object is at any time playing in time or in melody. Try it. It's tough. My video comes out tomorrow. Cool, man. I'll definitely give it a watch. It should be interesting. That wouldn't be very hard for me to do. I could definitely play the wrong note. And, yeah, that would... Oh, man. Yeah, I could play all the wrong notes, and it would sound very bad. Sounds like a Victor Wooten impression, 2 yards. Yeah, Victor Wooten. Every note is the right note, according to Victor Wooten. And remember, it's not just like 12 notes. There's like 150,000 notes, according to Victor Wooten. Every microtonal frequency, you know, so on and so forth. I think there's someone somewhere just thinking up names for those backing tracks. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, man. Try it now. I think I did on accident there on the last backing track. There was a few notes that didn't belong. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. There was a few sounds. See, Blue Matrix. So now you are a Les Paul player. Well, not technically. This is an AIO guitar, so not like a real Les Paul. And it's a little different in build. Like, even though the body's the same, the neck's a little bit thinner than a Les Paul. At least in my opinion. But, yeah, let's see here. We're at a 3-bedroom house in Southern Virginia for 500. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I can't even imagine that, Tim. Might be the backing track that didn't belong. That's funny. Oh, man. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday out there, and let me know what you guys got going on. If you have any guitar-related topics or questions or whatever, let me know. I'll try to answer them as best I can. I'm just doing some jamming, getting my hands warmed up, trying some stuff out. We'll see what happens here. Nothing too fancy. Let's see. Let's look at some more different types of backing tracks we can see here. Besides seductive JCPenney's music, right? Let's try to find something a little different. Let's spice it up a little bit. Do something a little different. Let's see here. Smooth fusion. No. Sexy backing track. No. We've done enough sexy backing tracks for today. I think we did enough romantic, seductive JCPenney's tunes. Yeah, no. Dramatic backing track. Okay, that's random, but no. Romantic, soulful, no. Backing track. That one doesn't even say anything on it. It just says backing track. How is that supposed to help anyone? That's crazy. Let's see. I want you to show me how you slide a note like sliding down. Or do you mean like when you're playing a note but sliding backwards? Is that what you mean? Any Target backing tracks? That's a good question. A lot of JCPenney's ones, but not a lot of Target ones. Oh, like, you mean just going back. Okay. Well, it depends what you want to do. For me, usually what I do is I'll play something like, let's say you're in pentatonic, because a lot of people are playing pentatonic scales for starting, okay? And let's say I'm like in A minor. I'm in position 1, like that. And let's say I'm on position 2. Let's say I start in position 2 on the G string on the 9th fret. Okay, it's an E note there. And I slide back onto the D. But I'm going to use my ring finger. It's very important we do that. Because if you use index, I may have to slide again to get back into position 1, or I stay in position 2. But I like to use my third finger, ring finger there. So maybe I want to do a pull off too. I just did that same thing. Alright. Unless you want to do just a slide and you're done with it, you don't want to do any extra melody, then you can slide however you want with any finger because it doesn't really matter. But if you want to go into something, I use the third finger. Let me see here. That is an egg X. FX. Like AFX. I might have misunderstood your question then. It doesn't matter if you're playing the slide fast or slow. Like if you do the slow slide, it's still the same thing. You mean like that, or how do you mean? Just to make sure I'm like understanding the question correctly. I know it's hard to convey stuff through texting. Like a Vi effects. Vi effects. So you mean like an effect? Like an effect sound? Or like not an actual technique? Is that what you're referring to? Like an actual... Like an effect pedal or something? Or do you mean like a Steve Vai type of slide? Like a Govan backwards slide. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, like a Govan backwards slide. I only know about going backwards like in scale patterns, like if I'm doing something like... Or if I'm doing something like... Or a... Like that kind of thing. Let's see. Steve Vai plays that. Oh. Hey, what's up, sir? Riffs a lot, and then it's you pop in there. Let's see. So Steve Vai plays that, pick a note, and slide back and vibrate. Staccato slide. Steve Vai plays that, pick a note, and slide back. You mean like, something like that? But you're saying a staccato slide. Backwards. So just... Like that? Yeah, still not following 100% what you guys are talking about. So regular slides, I know, are like... Is a fast slide, okay. So yeah, regular slides, you know, you can slide to a note, from a note, or you can hammer on, slide back, hammer on, slide forward, hammer on and off slide, hammer on off again twice, slide, or you can do a double slide. You can do like sliding across into a different string. You can do something like that. You can do like a hammer on. But I don't know what, like, I've never heard of like a secret slide technique like that. Let's see. You either, Jay? I'm glad I'm not the only one, man. I'm lost. It sounded pretty good with that vibrato. Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate that, my buddy. That feels weird to say my buddy, but I know it's your name. It's just funny to say that. Let's see. You pick a note on the 12th fret and slide back fast to the 7th fret. Okay. So you're saying I pick a note on the 12th fret and slide back to the 7th fret. Like that? Do it backwards, I guess? Well, I guess you could, but... Like that? Something like that? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know much about, like, what you call that, other than just a really fast slide, I guess. Sounds kind of interesting. It definitely sounds like I think I hear the Steve Vai thing you're talking about, because I think I hear that in Steve Vai's music, the little sound. So excuse the mouth noises, but the little sound sounds like a laser or something. Try it with your hat on backwards, TR says. That's funny. But I guess it's a millisecond of synchronization. Yeah, something like that. That's funny, man. Yeah, I don't know much about like what you call that other than just a slide. I mean, you make a phase and do that? Oh, a phrase. I see. So you mean like make a note and then go into it like that? So if I'm doing something like, let's see. Wait. Let's see. Okay. So I think that would fall under like the category of like, what's the word? Like you're taking a technique and you're just kind of using it in a specific way to make a sound similar to like what an artist does, I guess, like a phrasing technique. I think I'd call that. So a lot of these guys have their own like signature thing they like to do. Like Eric Johnson has a specific picking sequence type thing he likes to do. Guthrie Govan does a specific type of vibrato and hammer-on pull-off thing he likes to do, which is just regular techniques, but the way he uses them is it just sounds different. Tom Quill does a specific hybrid picking sound with his legato. It makes it sound like there's a lot of things going on. Michelangelo Badio sounds like he's playing through a water faucet because it sounds so fast, but it's just neck pickup in a certain picking pattern. Yeah, everybody's got their own interesting like sounds that they like to do. You join two phrases with that slide. Yeah, it sounds more like I said, like a phrasing thing more than it is like a technique. It just sounds like something that somebody would play, like a part of a song or whatever, I'm guessing. But slides nowadays are definitely more popular than they used to be. Especially when you listen to like Polyphia and all these guys, like the newer generation intervals and all these dudes. They do a lot of sliding around, like in so many different positions, like up and down, all around, just slide village, pretty much. 2 yards has a specific technique, I heard. That's funny, man. Is it called the 2 yards technique? Is a little trick. Oh, there you go. That's a way to put it. Yeah, like a little trick. Licks and trick kind of thing. Which has always been funny to me when you think about it. Licks and tricks. It's just a weird terminology. Like, to guitar players calling something a lick. Like, this is a lick, guys. It's like, a lick? Really? A lick? That's the best we can do for names? Or like a trick? I can kind of get that. A trick makes sense, but a lick? What the hell is that? I don't know. Anyways, enough of me mumbo jumbo having my nonsense times, cave talking. I'll go ahead and do some jamming here. Or try to. Let's see what we can get accomplished. This one says it's a thick, hard backing track. Come on, man. What's with the terminology today? It was romantic, seductive backing tracks. Now it's thick and hard backing tracks. Gosh. Guitar players. This sounds like just typical thrash. It just sounds like 80s to me, which is alright. There's nothing wrong with 80s. It just sounds kind of Let's see, Brant Borjork. Is that like a backing track or something? If it's an actual artist, I can't play it on the stream because I'll get copyright striked, and then YouTube pretty much just slaps me in the nuts. I'm not kidding. It'll literally slap me in the nuts. I had a copyright strike on my channel for like 90 days, and I had to go to YouTube school, which is stupid. If YouTube's listening, screw you, YouTube. You suck. And it was only like 10 seconds or something, too. I forget what it even was. It sucked. Let's see. Make a melody with the lead. The million note runs are getting tired. It's almost comical anymore. Like, remember when Malmsteen was the shiz and then Cobain happened? That's funny, dude. Yeah, we were doing a lot of melodic stuff earlier. I guess you came late to the stream. If you don't like the shred thing, I totally get it. But you're on a shredder channel, so we do a lot of shredding. And we do regular melodic notes, too. We can go back to something melodic. So, just to give you an idea. Is that melodic enough for you? Let's see here. 1 million note runs. Oh man, I love that too. That makes me feel really good about myself if I could do 1 million notes. Do you tap like EVH? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I tap like EVH, but I love Eddie Van Halen. I think he's an amazing guitar player. But I'm no Eddie Van Halen. You're a class act, Lester. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, my tapping's okay. It's not that great. I just kind of like... I don't put enough time into my tapping like I should. So it ends up just sounding all the same. What is happening here? Why is my screen frozen? Oh, there we go. Wait. Sorry, I'm having technical issues, guys. What? Alright, there we go. But awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoy the tunes. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Saturday evening. I'm just kind of hanging out, screwing around, talking guitar stuff, talking nonsense, doing some random playing. Hope it's working out for you guys on this Saturday and you're doing something fun and productive, or maybe not. I don't know if this is productive watching me and just some random dude playing guitar. But hey, it works, man. But yeah, tapping stuff, gosh, like, I don't know. I do some tapping things that are kind of like, I guess similar to Van Halen, but I don't consider myself in his level at all. But like, there's some things I like to copy, like doing these patterns, like... Like, you can do stuff like that. It's very Van Halen sounding. Or you could do like these, obviously. But it gets kind of like, it gets kind of repetitive. But you could do like the ping pong tapping. I call it ping pong tapping because it sounds like ping pong sitting in the wall or something. You could do that. Or you could just do scale runs. Right, like that kind of thing. But I don't do it as often because it gets kind of tired and old. Let me see here. You're an excellent player, not hating. Shred me under the table. That's silly, man. I doubt I shred you under the table. I just like to play random stuff. Sometimes it shreds, sometimes it's melodic. But just so you know, I do agree with you. I think the shred stuff is overkilled to a certain degree. Like I think the shred stuff is like, I don't know. It's like one of those things that I like it, but it's so overdone these days that it's hard to really get into it like I used to. I used to really love shred stuff, like shrapnel era stuff. But when you do it over and over for 23 years, like I have, it gets kind of tiring, like you're talking about. So I totally get where you're coming from on that, by the way. Using katana, yeah, I'm using the Boss katana right now. It's the 50 one, the MK50 or MK250. I don't, however you want to say it. I'm okay with the sound. It's not my favorite sound, but it works for now. By the way, guys, in case you weren't here earlier, I'll do this again. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but just in case you missed it, I got this Lakato multi-effect pedal here, which is weird. It's called the Tank G, and I've seen it under different terms and names. I've seen it under like Playwell when the Bald Shredder did a review on this, but it was under a different name for some reason. And I've seen like a few other ones under different names that look identical. And I talked to Richard about it. I was like, dude, is this the same thing? He's like, I don't know. I think it's like a company that makes them or something that goes through them and they work with different companies. I think is what he told me. And I was like, yeah, because this looks identical to yours, but different color and just different name pasted on. So I was like, what's going on here? But anyways, this is going to be an interesting review. It's a little bit of surprise to me. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I can't say too much about it, but it's pretty interesting. Let me go back here. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. And the old dude. The old dude. That's silly, man. You got a Gen 3 2x12? Heck yeah, man. Nothing wrong with that. Tank G. Yeah, this is a Tank G. Quit shredding 5 years ago. I refuse to shred. Even now, find it more difficult to play clean, clear notes. Yeah, I try to use shredding in only certain like aspects. Unless the backing track's really cheesy, like that one 80s one was earlier. I couldn't really do much else over it because it was so... Like, I love the 80s, I really do. But to be honest with you, I'd rather listen to like 80s funk or 80s pop music over 80s metal these days because I'm so burnt out on it. I literally would like... I have a whole... you guys are going to laugh at me. I have a playlist on my YouTube that's hidden because I have like so many songs added. But I have literally like Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, The Police, Sting. I got Michael Bolton, all the best of like all these dudes. I just love like the groove. I love the rhythm of that kind of stuff. And it's usually what I listen to more than anything now. Like on my free time, I listen to like melodic guitar playing, or I listen to more jazz or fusion guys. And then for actual songs like bands, I listen to a lot of, like I said, the older 80s, 90s era stuff. Yeah, but when I do shred now, I try to keep it in like a range to build tension. So like if I'm having like a specific end of a measure and I don't know what to put in there and I'm just lazy or whatever in a song I'm writing, you've heard me do this before if you looked at my Spotify, but I have a part where I just walk up like maybe that kind of run. I'm doing it sloppy, but and then the beat goes into a melody. And like that kind of thing there is it's a little tastier because at least you're doing something melodic. I don't know, so it sounds more interesting instead of just going, which I like to do, and I could sit there and do that, like. But nobody wants to listen to that, like, for an hour, and I definitely don't want to do that for an hour either. That would probably give me, like, carpal tunnel. I mean, I hope not, but you never know. I've avoided it so far. Let me go back here, sorry. Ever play on a scalloped guitar? Is it easier? I've only played on one scalloped guitar and I didn't like it, only because, like, how do you say it? You have to push lighter, and it's a different feel. Like if you're not used to playing on a scallop guitar, it's a whole retraining process. Because if you play too hard or you push even just slightly the wrong way, it goes out of tune. At least in my experience. So I was definitely not a big fan of scallop guitars. Who are my favorite 3 guitar players? Oh man, that's hard to sum down into just 3. If I had to pick like 3 from like the 80s era, or like, just back then, I'd say Greg Howe, Vinnie Moore, and 3 is a tough runner-up. I mean, because there's so many other guitar players. Oh man, from the 80s, who else would I think from that period, or just any period, I guess? But yeah, Greg Howe, Vinnie Moore. I guess Eric Johnson. I'm gonna put Eric Johnson in there because Eric Johnson's really good. He's really tasty. Guthrie Govan's great, and all these other guys are amazing, but they're kind of like later on down the road, year-wise. But still equally amazing. Let's see here. Lakato and Wave and Playwall together, so to speak. Oh, is that what's going on? I was wondering about that, because it's so weird. Like, you think they would try to make it at least a little more different. It's so confusing. Definitely no genting. I couldn't gent even if I wanted to. Like, I like listening to some of it, but I don't know how to do any of it. I really don't. I'm so outdated. I don't have a 7-string either, so that kind of helps. Thank you. My friend, go through here. Was the main scales used over the generations in eras of rock, 50s, 60s, pentatonic, and so on? Oh, I see. You mean just like in that time period? Oh boy. Well, I would say that, like, if you look at like the 50s era, there's a lot of different types of music, right? There was, we had variations of swing, right? Like big band stuff, which is pretty big, like Tony Bennett and all that. Nat King Cole, which I like listening to all that stuff. You had some kind of emergence of blues and even some jazz if you look deep enough. But I mean, it just depends on the genre you're listening to. If you're listening to like the basic rock stuff, a lot of it was just pentatonic based, which isn't a bad thing. Pentatonic's great. I think people give it more crap than it deserves. But I mean, everything was kind of pentatonic back then in those types of like mainstream rock tunes, surf rock, swing rock stuff. And they did these kind of chord progressions you hear. Kind of like a blues shuffle type thing. And of course, blues uses a lot of pentatonics. Jazz uses pentatonics. But if you listen to jazz, they got more stuff going on. Maybe you got like melodic minor. You got Hungarian stuff. You got like harmonic major. You got harmonic minor, melodic minor. All that stuff is being used. Whole half diminished scales, and so on. But anyways, it's a long question to answer. So I hope I kind of answered that for you. Very fast and clean. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. I have a lot to work on technique-wise. For nice note flurries. That's true. You got a good point. There's always a good moment to shred. And by the way, guys, if I stumble on my words a little bit, you guys just work with me. I'm trying to learn a new language, so my brain's a little scrambled. It was always a little scrambled being a musician, playing music and thinking about music all day. I always had a little bit of a scrambled way of speech, but ever since I've been trying to learn a new language, it's been really, like, my words get kind of funky sometimes, so bear with me if I talk like an idiot on here. This is why you love the solos on the Nelson record. Brett Garsed. Oh, Brett Garsted's amazing, man. Absolutely. You have any of your seat patches on Boss Tone Exchange? You know what? To be honest, I don't. I don't even have them saved into the amp. I literally just I turn the amp on, and it resets back to the beginning. I put it on whatever this is at. I put the gain like at 70%, and then I have the green boost on just slightly, and that's about it. I didn't really put a lot of work into that. That's probably why I don't like the sound as much as I would like. But Steve Vai. Oh, Steve Vai is amazing, man. I saw him live one time, and no joke, I actually literally like had tears in my eyes because he played so good. I know that sounds like a joke, but I'm being 100% serious. Guy was amazing. 7-string guitar is not so rock. Yeah, it's not so much rock, more metal. I like to get it one day just to have it, so in case I do run into a situation where I have to play more 7-string songs for whatever reason, I know how. I just feel kind of left behind, because I've always been playing 6 strings, which I like, but there's the whole generation's taken flight, and I'm kind of left behind. Rockabilly fingerstyle. There you go. Heck yeah. It's simply called a descending slide. Oh, are you talking about what we were mentioning earlier? There might be a big delay on your end, man, because I think that was a long time ago for that part of the live stream. Let's see. How do you like the Katana Gen 3? Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too. How do you like it? Trying to learn Japanese like Marty. That's funny, man. I don't think I can handle Japanese. Just doing Korean right now. Korean's enough. I don't want to learn more than that. Aldi Miola. Ooh, Aldi Miola is amazing. Heck yeah, man. Him and John McLaughlin and was it Paco? Paco, I can't remember the other guy's last name. Paco. You know what I'm talking about. That triple record I have, and it's really good. Get in the Tone Studio. Yeah, I've been told that a couple times. I'm just so lazy. Anything that takes like that kind of effort, downloading or installing stuff, I really hate. I really suck at that, man. Vi has the 3-neck guitar. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You mean like the Hydra thing? Or not the Hydra. I can't remember. The Hydra's something different, right? Steve Vai has too many guitars that are wacky looking. Every classic pedal sound built in. I love mine. Yeah, the Katana seems pretty cool, man. For like, what's it called? Like an amp modeling, or is that how you call it? Amp modeling amp thing? Modeling amp? There you go. Modeling amp. Said it backwards. Can't talk. But I never liked modeling amps. I've always liked just straight raw amps. Like I used to have an orange, and I like the sound of that, but it was very mid-range to the point where I couldn't get out of the mid-range, if that makes sense. But yeah, so this is definitely a change of pace. The Tone Studio. Oh wow. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'll look into it if I can get my head around like being patient enough to do that. I might look into that, but my brain, man, like I said, it's scrambled half the time. So Korean. Do you want to order your Korean barbecue properly? That's funny, man. Well, actually, I've always been fond of the Koreans. I have a few Korean lessons. I teach a couple of them online, and they don't speak very good English. They don't know like a lot of the words, so I would like to communicate with them better, and also maybe teach more Koreans. But on top of that, I kind of like their whole spiel they got going on. I like their art. I like their music. I like what they got going on TV wise. Very cool people, and they always seem very polite. Let's see, if you could go back, I'd get the Artist Gen 3. Oh, interesting. Yeah, shopping the Waza speaker, the artist combo is good. That's interesting, man. Yeah, I'm not much of a gear guy like I should be. I'm kind of a failure in that sense. Like a guitar player that can play the guitar but doesn't know anything about building, modding, or amp stuff really that much. I feel like a baby when it comes to that stuff. I'm way behind Richard. Richard knows way more than me on that. He always teases me. He's like, "How are you a guitarist and you don't know this?" I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Korean is impressive, especially as an adult. Got to be hard to learn. Yeah, it's a little hard to learn, man. I never learned another language before, and it's a little tricky. But it's not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Like initially, at first, phrases and like the writing was very confusing because if you guys don't know, their order of words is a little different. Like instead of saying "I eat chicken," it'd be "I chicken eat," right? Or I am doctor, I doctor am type thing. It'd be kind of reversed around a little. So once you get past that initial part, which is annoying, everything's kind of like mellows out. But a little confusing still. What is this here? Or a greenback. Oh, interesting. Singapore. Oh, man. He was fat and showed up to the class without his t-shirt. Oh, my gosh. Well, that sounds like a hell of a story, man. That is a hell of a story. You know, I will say this, though, since we're talking about different cultures. You know, this guy's probably going to laugh at me. I did not realize how, like, racist some Asians were to other, like, Asian races. You know what I mean? Like, I had no idea that the Chinese were not fond of the Koreans and vice versa, and Japan being kind of not fond of anyone either. There was a person I know that's from China, and we were talking about, I mentioned the Koreans to them, and they were like, why would you want to teach the Koreans, you know? They kind of went on this big spiel about, like, why they don't like them, and I was like, whoa, that got kind of racist. I didn't expect that. And then, of course, I had a Korean person talking about the Chinese, and they said some things that were a little rough. I was like, ooh, okay. So now I know not to bring up anything like that again, because I learned my lesson last time. Very interesting. I wouldn't have guessed. I'm very clueless about outside of my little world I live in. Let's see. I was going for the Artist Gen 3. Went by 12 Waza. Ooh, interesting. But yeah, super cool. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday out there. I'm just kind of hanging out and jamming with you guys, getting the hands all loosened up. Got a lot of content on the way, lesson videos, like how to use your pentatonic scale in more efficient melodic ways. I got some improv stuff. I got a lesson on timing, like to help you with timing stuff, because that's the problem I have myself personally is timing still. So I'm always working on that. I take it really seriously. I used to have really bad timing, so or at least I felt like I did, and I still kind of weave in and out of it sometimes. But then I got another acoustic guitar review. That's going to be interesting. Doing a lot of acoustics lately. I know, a little weird. We got the pedal review, and then there's something else coming to. Oh, a wireless guitar system. That's going to be a video I have to do as well. I have a few things I got to do. It's just a matter of taking the time to film and edit everything. That's why I'm taking so long. Do you pick on the side of the pick? Interesting. Not really. Well, how do you say it? Like, I kind of hold the pick like this, but it kind of slants a little bit. So I'm playing with the side of the edge there, like that. I'm coming into the string like that motion. So it's not like completely straight, but it's not completely slanted either like that. It's like right about there, and I come at it just a little bit of an angle off the center. Hope that helps. But my picking isn't the best, so maybe my advice isn't really worth noting on that. My picking's a little choppy sometimes at best. I know a few guys that can way outplay me picking-wise. Yes, this is a Flow Pick Andy James one. You're right about that. This is the Jumbo Flow Andy James 2mm. And I gotta say, I love this thing, man. I didn't. I used to use the Dunlop 2mm Gator grips, and I used those for years. And I got these just by chance. I was like, yeah, these look all right. I guess I'll try them, because the place I bought my Dunlop picks was out of stock. So I was like, yeah, I'll give these a go. And I wish I never did, because they're so good and I love them, and now I buy them all the time. But like a pack of 3 is like $5 or $6, which is just kind of insane. I just can't believe it. I used that too. It was my favorite for a few years. Oh, that's awesome, dude. So you know what I'm talking about. You have the same feeling I do about it. Yeah, I love the way it sounds too. It's not super sharp or abrasive. Yeah, it's like you can shred with it, you can play soft with it. It seems to fit anything. So I like that aspect. And it's not super fat or super small. I know people always talk about the Jazz 3 picks, and I've had a few of them, but I just can never I can never hold on to them. They always feel so slippery and weird and like. I have big hands. I mean, they're not big like meaty hands. They just happen to be big. So yeah, definitely my favorite. Let's see here. Definitely an expensive pick, but last. Yeah, definitely last for the money. That's for sure. I've had the same one for a few months, and it's finally just starting to wear the, and little holographic stuff on top of it. But yeah, I try not to always use my picks unless I'm doing specific exercises or playing, because I try to use my hands a lot more. The attack pick is cool too. Interesting. I've never heard of that one. Well, actually, I take it back. I might have heard. That sounds like mildly familiar. So I might have seen like an ad on it or something somewhere, but I never, like, I don't know exactly what it was. I never tried them yet, but Jazz 3 Max Grip is decent. Max Grip. I don't know if I've had a Max Grip one. I just had like the standard ones, I think. But I might give that a go one of these days. Stealth 3 Attack Pick. It's a must-have. Oh, man. That's a big endorsement right there, man. That's 2 people now going on about the attack pick, so must be pretty decent, I would imagine. Let's see. Having to stream simultaneously on another device. Oh, my goodness. That's funny, man. There we go. But yeah, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and pull up another backing track, I guess, see what kind of cool stuff we can do. In the meantime, feel free to let me know what you guys got going on in your day or evening or whatever the heck. I'm just going to be jamming out here, getting some more grooves going, and we'll see what we can accomplish. Might as well try doing some modal stuff. We haven't done that in a while, I guess. Let's see. Y'all live stream at the same time. That's funny, man. Saturday's a popular day for the streams, I'm assuming. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to pull up another backing track, and let's get some more melodic sounds in there, or try to. We'll do our best.
Are you nervous about going back?
Feel free to mention anything guitar related, and we can BS about it. Or just what you got going on in your day. Or evening. Probably evening, I guess, for most of you guys, unless you live in a different country. Alright, let's see. Sounds alright, I guess. It's very basic sounding, this backing track. I thought something more would happen in it, or be more upbeat or something, but it's just like one pattern. Kind of disappointed with that one. I feel a little bit salty after that, man. That sucked. Let's get a different backing track that has more feeling in it. That's not so flat, you know? Sean, the Tank G on the other channels. Wait. Oh, seen the Tank G on the other channels. I'm blind. Seems like great cheap effects, like I wish I had 40 years ago. Yeah, it's trippy the stuff they're coming out with nowadays, man. I'm not able to talk about it right now because I want you guys to wait for the video. But I will say I was pleasantly surprised. I'll say that much. Who makes these backing tracks? They sound like weird. Let's pull up some other stuff here. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Scrolling through. Blues and F. Alright, I guess we could try some blues and F. Oh, well that sounds like, wait, is this not a commercial? Oh, this is the actual track, okay. This sounds like jazz more than blues. Maybe like a jazz blues. Yeah, it sounds more like jazzy blues to me. Which is fine. Okay. Let's see here. Kind of weird. Sounds cool. Sounds kind of good. A little bit of a weird backing track. It's like a mixture between blues and jazz, I guess. It's kind of like a weird blend, I guess. Let me go back here. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. Where did I leave off? Real good cheap stuff. We got an IV PRS copy. Need a few things for 200. It's ridiculously good. That's awesome, man. Dude's a great guitarist, top notch. Oh, man. Well, appreciate that, man. I don't know if you mean me or not. But if you do, definitely appreciate that. Django, oh man, that's a big compliment. I'm a big fan of Django. Mr. Reinhardt's an amazing guitar player. I'm not much of a gypsy jazz guy. I like to pretend that I can do that, but I'm definitely not a gypsy jazz guy. Let me turn off my effects, because it's kind of killing my my jazzy sound here. Too much delay and stuff. How do you... Oh, my other delay's on. Hold on. There we go. Nice and flat sounding. That's better. A little less bass. Yeah, it kind of works, I guess. Not bad. Now we just get a little bit of reverb going here. Let me see. We need just a little bit of reverb. Yeah, it kind of works there. Kind of sounded like what they were doing in that track, right? Like a F thing. That's what it sounded like. He did it with 3 fingers. That is true. He did it with 3 fingers, man. Amazing stuff, by the way, when you think about it. But yeah, when they have these patterns... Where's it? That kind of weird, like, poppity pattern. And you have those little, there's like little harmonic minor vibes in there. Very humble. but Lester, you're much better than the most guitarists on here. If you can touch your skills. Well, geez, man, that's really nice of you to say all that, and I do appreciate that. I don't. Well, you know, the thing is, like, you know, how do I say it? There's a lot for me to get better at, and there's a lot for me to learn. Like, there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to work on myself. So, a lot of things I'm always trying to improve on, right? Like, I'm trying to improve more on my timing and chord structures of things. Like these type patterns. I want to get better at doing more melodic voicing things, you know? It's a little out of tune, sorry. That sounds alright, I guess. This little fun little Eric Johnson ripoff type thing I did. Little thing, but let's see here. I need more volume on that. It's kind of fun. Sorry, I get sidetracked very easily, guys. You should be in a you should be teaching or in a working band. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Funny you mentioned that. I am a teacher, actually. That's what I do full time. Besides doing YouTube, I mean, I teach. I've been doing that for about 10 years or so. Maybe a little under 10, like 9 years. Too hard on yourself, man. You play real clean and super versatile. In mere minutes, you play efficient and wildly different styles. Well, thanks, man. That's called ADHD a little bit. I get a little sidetracked. I want to play one thing and then I go to another and then I get kind of sidetracked on something else. Hey, Tyler, what's up, dude? Speaking of talented dudes, this kid right here is 13, Tyler, and he's a great guitar player. So go check out Tyler's channel if you guys want to listen to some crazy polyphia slapping guitar stuff. What's up, J-Rod? How you doing? Or no, sorry, no. I know you're already here. I thought you were somebody else. I was like, is that a new J-Rod? And then I just clicked. I had like a blonde moment there. I told you guys, my brain's scrambled today. I'm totally fried, like I said. So just bear with me. What brand of guitar is that? This is AIO. I'll show you the cool little logo up there on the top. Kind of looks neat there. I like that. But yeah, AIO is pretty cool, man. A lot of their stuff is sourced from South Korea, and then they set it up in the shop here in California before they send it out to the customers. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, all-in-one guitars. And Max has done more reviews than I have. Guitar Max, if you watch his channel, he has a lot of crazy ones. Heck yeah. Tyler's a phenom, man. That kid's going to be going places in the next few years, man. I like to see what happens when he's my age, because he's only 13 now, so imagine 20 years from now. I'm 33, so yeah, by the time you're my age, Tyler, you'll probably be like in all over the world, man. Just keep up what you're doing, dude. But anyways, having said that, let's do some more jamming. So there's some licks here. Let me see what I might try to mess around with. Let's do some more jamming. Let's see what we can do. Might as well keep it jazzy, I guess. Let's see what other jazzy kind of tunes we can do, or whatever. I'm open to whatever style. We did a lot of rock and metal and JCPenney's fusion, so we might as well switch it up a little for the night. Take it a little easy on the Saturday and just see what we can come up with. Is this one here? Is this not? It's got a swing to it? Is this medium swing? What is that? Let's see. Commercials? Commercials are getting crazy, dude. definitely agree with you on that one, my friend. Great quality stuff. Let's see. Appreciate it. No worries, dude. You definitely earned it, man. Have one, but it was a Wolf before they sold the IO models. Oh, no kidding. That's crazy, dude. The Wolf ones look pretty nice. You're trying to request an unprocessed style drum track to max backing tracks. Oh, cool. Yeah, dude, good luck with that. I mean, if anybody's going to be able to pull it off, it's definitely him. He does all that prog stuff for sure. I certainly wouldn't know where to start with that. So I'm glad you didn't ask me, because I wouldn't know. I'd have to let you down. I'd be like, sorry, dude. Okay, let's do some jazzy kind of swing action here. Very relaxing. Kind of mellow out on the shred. Smooth jazz. Pretty nice and mellow and just jammy, jammy, jammy. You're jamming along with me? Aw, dude, that's awesome. One of these days we gotta do another stream, dude. We need to do another rock and roll stream or whatever and just jam out. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying my boring shenanigans here. I'm just kind of swinging through some stuff, which is kind of helpful. I haven't done a lot of jazz practice in a while, and I need to get off my butt and do it. Because if I don't, I'm going to fall behind. So that's what we're going to be doing today, I guess. Might as well do some more jazzy stuff. Just Friends backing track. This might be a little more complicated, more changes. Oh, commercials. No, I've seen this commercial like 10 times today. My guy never hits wrong note. Yeah, or you just don't. You guys don't see it. I try to hide it as best I can. So I'm glad you think that. Trust me, they're in there. They're just covered up nicely. Okay, this isn't too bad of a backing track. There we go. Move that out of the way so I don't knock it over. A lot of changes in this one here. Get used to this pattern. Back to that, and it rounds back into A7, A minor, D, G. Now this one goes in like 3 different keys. That's kind of tricky for me. I'm not that good at quick change stuff yet. So they go from C major to C minor, which isn't too bad. I can do that. But then it goes to G major, right? To B flat minor, to B minor, to A minor, and then it goes into E minor temporarily. Actually, it's more than a few keys. That's actually quite a few. Resolving back to C major. So it kind of like does a cycle, descending backwards and then back into G major, or sorry, back into C major and then back to G major, and it loops the whole cycle over again from what it looks like on here. That's a lot of changes, dude. A lot of changes for me. It hurts my brain. Okay, let me go back up. Sorry. How did you get that level, bro? Oh man. You want to be as fast as me. Well, I appreciate that, dude. You know, it really just comes down to practicing every day. Just practice every day. I mean, I could sit here and tell you, yeah, you know, I offer lessons, which is true. I do offer lessons. I mean, if you want to do one-on-one lessons with me, I could do that. But I'm not going to try to sell you on that. And I do have lesson packs too, but nothing like about this stuff, so I can't really point you in that direction. But your best bet is to like learn jazz standards if that's what you want to do, right? If you mean like speed and jazz stuff, and then try to work chord tones over like the changes. So learn like a jazz standard. If it is like a 2-5-1, nice little starting place. And then try to play like targeting notes over that. Like, okay, start in the basic area. 1, 3, 5, 7, right? Or 2. And play the octaves, you know, in that kind of situation. So instead of playing that there, you can do something like that. You can start incorporating like chromaticism on these outside areas of these scales, right? So using chord tones to bounce across the scale, chromatic lines in between, right? And that's how you get these little beboppy sounds. Occasionally, if it switches back over to like a G altered, I could jump into like a altered scale, which is like a 7th mode of Mohawk minor. But that's one idea. The next thing is working with a metronome, just sitting there, click, 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 playing short phrases. Click, click. And then speed it up slowly over time, that kind of thing. But repetition is the key. So whatever it is you do decide to do, whether it's an exercise or you're playing a specific chord progression, you need to do it every day and do it often enough. Because if you just do it like one time, you're not going to get the benefit, but you got to do it like over and over, like maybe a few hundred times. I know it sounds obsessive. It is obsessive. I've always been kind of obsessive myself with that kind of thing. But yeah, as far as like what I'm doing, you can do everything I'm doing. Like what I'm doing isn't really that like good. You know, it's all right sounding. I'm not saying it's a bad sound. It's just not like there's a million people that can way outplay me at what they're doing, right? And I want to get to that level where it's like a nicer, more melodic, more clean approach. But it's a starting place, right? And it took me a while to get there. I'll say that much. It wasn't an easy thing for me. But let's try some bossa nova, because that's a fun genre to mess with too. I don't know if you guys do any bossa nova jams. I love all genres of music. I really do. I just love music in general. But let's see, bossa nova backing track. Let's do some bossa nova jamming, and let's just kind of have fun with it. See what comes out. I'm not going to stress too hard about it. We're just going to feel out the moment and see what we got here. Let's see. You love to do another stream? Yes, we will, dude. We will definitely do another stream. Let me know when your next free weekend is. If that's next Saturday or whenever, and we'll do some jamming. I'm glad you thought so, Jay. Appreciate that, dude. LP style on an LP style. That's funny. I see what you did there. That's funny, man. I'm getting stuck with this Walmart ad. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. It's making me go to the Walmart site. I don't want to go to Walmart. I mean, as much as I like Walmart, I just want to play backing tracks right now. So it sounds like C minor, yeah? Okay, so they're switching between those two keys. So we do some noodling here. Sounds cool. It sounds kind of like a nice mellow, like I don't know, like a beach time maybe. I don't know. Bossa nova would be beach, right? I don't know if that's what that sounds like. What do you guys think that sounds like? Does it sound like the beach? Does it sound like I don't really know. I never heard that like played anywhere, to be honest with you. You're still jamming, Tyler? Heck yeah, dude. Gotta rip it, man. Gotta rip it. Amazing. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Could have played a few wrong notes in there, but it's to be expected, right? Can't hit all the right notes all the time. As much as I would like to, it's just not a very likely occurrence. But yeah, let me go ahead and just turn this off for a second. I'm going to plug my phone in to get a little more juice, and then we'll do some more backing tracks here in a minute. I just got to get a little more battery life, which will charge pretty quick. In the meantime, let me know what you guys got going on your Saturday. I'm just screwing around. If you guys have any guitar questions, I can do my best to answer them as best as I can. Just kind of screwing around, like I said. Nothing too fancy over here. I think that'd be kind of like a bossa nova jam. I like that. Very mellow and relaxing, dude. Let's see here. Making it around with a jazz tone with different pickup settings. Ooh, nice, man. Yeah, you know, you can get some different tones for sure out of that. Got me thinking about it. Let's try. Let's see. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because the neck pickup is really warm. I don't like that too much, but the middle... Alright, I got an idea. How would you guys like to play some licks with me? I have some tabs. I can throw some stuff on the screen, and we could do them together. What do you guys think about that? Would that be kind of cool for you guys? Let's give it a go. My phone buzzed, but it's nothing interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up some tabs on the screen, and let's kind of walk through it together and see if we can play some cool jazzy licks together. Alright, we're going to do it as a family or something. I don't know. As a family, I don't know what else you call it. Are we a family? Are we a community? I don't know what the hell we are. We're just a bunch of YouTube guys hanging out playing. We started off shredding in the beginning of the stream, and now we're mellowing it out with some jazz. I don't know what happened. It all goes together. Jazz is basically shred without distortion, I like to think of it as. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. But let's see here. Let me pull up my tab stuff, and we could kind of walk through some interesting licks together. Let's do it. Let's see. I guess gotta find it first. Sorry. My phone is buzzing like crazy, but nothing's happening. Must be emails or something. Bzz, bzz. That's so annoying. I really, really hate that. Okay, let's pull up the old Tux guitar, and we will take a look at it together, guys, and see if we can do some cool stuff. Hope you have your guitars with you. We're gonna do some jamming. Jamming, jamming, jamming. You're plugged in and ready? Heck yeah, man. I like to hear that. What do we got here? I have the neck, split coil, middle, bridge, split coil. Oh, nice. Nice, man. I don't have a split on mine, so I can't do that. I'm a little sad about it, but it's okay. We'll be alright with it. We'll make do, considering what we can do with ourselves. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here, and so give me a second. I'm like challenged when it comes to this stuff. Okay, here we go. Window, tab. And this is a cool little thing from Daniel Gortado. Gortado, I always say his name wrong. I don't know if you guys can even see that well. I could probably try to zoom in. It's really, really like squished on your guys' screen probably. Actually, hold on a second. I can put myself in front. That kind of helps. Alright. So, this is what it sounds like. We'll go ahead and listen to it. And you guys should be able to hear it, I would imagine. Okay. So, in the beginning, you got this nice little walk up here. Alright, and then it has this weird little pattern here. Okay. Or sorry, I messed up that last part. Now I'm doing a hammer on pull off because I just kind of like the way that sounds, but you don't have to do that. You could just play it as it's written with, right, that little doo doo. Or either way, very fun little tune, or not tune, but just lick pattern. So this would be played over like an F, or sorry, F7, probably over to like a beat flat. So I'm going to go ahead and play this as best I can, the background for you guys, and you can try screwing around with it. Alright, so again, very cool little lick, and you can play that over like an F blues type progression, right? Or F major, however you want to do it. And that sounds again. This part here. Or sorry. That little jump's kind of tricky, so when you do that. On the ending, you gotta watch out for that. And like I said, I like doing that for hammer on pull off purposes, but you can do that picking wise. Alright, well, this sounds nice. And it'd be a good picking exercise too if you wanted a picking exercise. So 2-for-1 special. Something melodic, but also kind of jazzy. So, again, we'll go ahead and put it on, and real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, is the metronome even on here? Hold on a second. I think the button for the metronome works, but I just got to turn on. I like how the player says metronome, and I push it on and it doesn't start. Okay, that's fine. I can add a manual one. Let's see here. Add real quick. And so if you guys don't know what Tux Guitar is, it's a free tab software. I use it for all my homework for students and just for whatever I want to use it for, and whatever in general, making my own scores or whatever. Super easy and convenient, and I can share files with people. You can open up guitar profiles and whatever else. Makes life a lot easier when you don't want to mess with it, yeah. So, what do we got here? Wood block. Turn that. Boom, and there you go. The reason I'm doing this is because they don't have a metronome setting, but I can just use the wood block sound. A little higher, probably. Whoops. There we go. Just adding a bunch of threes. I know I could like paste it, but I don't really want to paste. I'm too lazy to do that right now. I'll just manually do it. Okay, going back to this tab here with the metronome. Oh, sorry, I forgot to rewind it. Okay, very cool. I'll kind of slow it down because the tempo's a little fast, so let's go like 90 just to get used to the groove. Okay, we'll try that again. missed that. My pick got kind of stuck. There it is. That sounds a little cleaner. Let's try it again. A little better, a little tighter, a little cleaner. It could use a little bit of work, but it's okay. Let's try just to screw around with it a little bit more. Let's listen to it a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, and so. I hope you guys got that part kind of down. What do you guys think of that one? Kind of interesting? Kind of fun? Kind of not fun? I don't know. Let me know what you guys got going on with your progress. How's the lick sound to you guys? You having fun with this jazzy kind of thing? Very curious to hear what you guys think of that. Oops, there we go. But yeah, if you guys like that one, I have a few other licks that might be kind of fun for you guys. Different stuff. You can't keep up. That's all right, man. Hey, as long as you do it at your own timing, that's all that matters. I have all these files and stuff and tabbed licks and things. There's so many. I have so many, like literally so many things. I'll give you guys an example. I'll show you. I'll bring this screen back up too in a minute. But let me share a different screen temporarily so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I have a lot of stuff in here. And this is only a partial bit of the things that I've accumulated in my lifetime. I've accumulated a lot of things, musically speaking. Books up the wazoo. You know, it's just so many things, man. So let me show you guys. Let me see. Present. There we go. Presenting. Share screen. And let me share a different screen just temporarily. And I'll bring that tab back up for those of you that want to keep playing with that. I'll bring it up here in a second. So yeah, I've accumulated a lot of stuff, man, in my time. So as you guys can probably see my folder here. So these are all books I've accumulated. You know, Steve Vai's 10-hour workout, Berkeley books. I got, you know, blues you can use books. I got jazz books. I got the real fake book. I got just all kinds of stuff. Picking books. I got just anything and everything you think of. Fingerstyle books, pumping nylon. I got just so many different things. John Petrucci's Rock Discipline. I got, you know, Frank Gamble's Chop Builder. Just a lot of stuff I've accumulated. And this is only one area, right? I got a bunch of other stuff too in different folders. Like I said, I got Chop Builder. I got Daniel Gortado's thing. I got Rick Graham helped me with my hybrid picking. Tom Quayle has 2 things I got for his melodic minor usage and fusion soloing from, what's his name? Max Ostro. I have a Martin Miller thing in here. I got all kinds of just endless things. And yes, I have looked at all of them. It took a long time. I have looked at all of them. Have I absorbed all of it? Probably not. Can I say I'm you know, brain fried? Probably. Yeah, I'm a little brain fried from that. But I'll bring that back up on the screen if you guys want to do the tab thing. I don't know. You guys want to still work on that tab piece, or do you want to move on to something else? Let me know what you guys got going on. I'm not sure if that lick was something that suited you guys, if you liked the sound of it, if you liked the feel of it or whatever. So just let me know what you guys got going on there. Oh yeah, Max Ostro is awesome, man. Love Max, and he's such a humble dude too. I had to give back in some way, but also he's an amazing player. He can outplay me. So two reasons I bought his pack. One, I wanted to show support because he joined my big collab a couple years ago, and he's super friendly to me. Always really nice guy. But two, he's just an amazing player, so I know I can learn from him. He definitely, like I said, can outplay me. So very cool stuff on that one. Yeah, if you're interested, Tyler, in like certain tabs or whatever, just hit me up on Facebook, dude. I know you and your mom are on Facebook with me, and there's like videos too. I can send you. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Saturday out there. I'm just hanging out, BSing with you guys, enjoying my Saturday. Riffs a lot says, "What are your live stream days?" Just Saturdays. Just Saturdays. I would do more, but I really just don't have any time to do like extra stream days. I have to do like filming and editing, and that takes a big chunk of time. And I got online lessons I'm juggling. That's my full time job pretty much. And then I got other stuff I'm doing that's overlaps. So it's a big mess, man. I can only fit in one stream day, and even that's kind of tedious sometimes, depending on how it goes. Right? It could be a little iffy, but let's see here. You need Anti as a mod, Lester. He is amazing. Ooh, okay. Definitely keep that in mind. We don't have a lot going on in the chats these days. So once it starts getting busy, I will definitely put you on the attack. No pun intended. Anti. Oh man. But yeah, awesome. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I think I got a little bit more of a charge, so I could definitely jump into some more backing track stuff if you guys want to hear me jamming. We could stick with the jazzy blue stuff if you guys want. Might as well, I guess. Unless you guys can think of something else you want me to play over. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull up some more jazzy, jammy type things. Let's see what we got here. Jazz, upbeat, or swing backing tracks. I want something more upbeat because the other ones are kind of slower. Let's do something a little more fast. That's the shredder in me likes to swing stuff, I can't help it, man. I can't help it. I like to swing. But I like to shred, too. Oh, wow. Really? I didn't mean to get that. I clicked another ad thing I didn't want to do. Do you guys ever have that happen with your hands? I don't know if your hands are like mine, but I'm always smacking into all the wrong things. My phone's kind of small, so that's probably the reason, really. Alright, let's see what we got here. kind of trippy. That bounces in a few different keys there. I like that. Definitely a bit interesting. Let's see. Happy to help me out whenever. Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Try not to bug you guys, make you do anything, unless it gets really crazy. Then I might ask for some help, because we're not like flooded with hundreds of people or anything, which is good news. Which is good. I don't know if I can handle hundreds of people. Knock on wood, literally. 10 people's fine, or 9 people. It's out 10 back to 10. Keep switching on me, but that's good enough for me. It keeps it mellow. I like mellow. Let's do some more jammy jams, and I'll try my best not to screw up too badly, whatever key we're in. These keys get jumping around, man, and it's good practice for me, because I kind of suck at playing over these tracks. I gotta think more melodically and less shreddy. That's my problem. I need to get out of my head a little. More melodic. Take my time with it. Okay, so it's going around. Okay, I get you. That's kind of cool. Why does that sound like Christmas music to me? Does that sound like Christmas music to you guys? It feels like Christmas music, like Christmas jazz or something. Even though it just says normal music, it sounds like Christmas to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head, but that feels a little weird.
They said
Oh, commercials! Oh, why the commercials? Oh my goodness!
That I was able to.
Not feeling that one. Okay. Minor 251. Oh, wait, it's the wrong side. I was trying to think of a different idea lick there, but it didn't really fit. Let's try something else. Kind of interesting. I'm not used to playing over minor 2-5-1s because I'm not like a huge jazz guy. Like I like jazz. I'm a baby with it still. I'm like a beginner. So playing over minor 2-5-1s is a little different than playing over the major ones. I got to get used to doing that. Definitely something I need to work more on. But okay, more jamming here. Let's find a different type of track if we can. This one sounds like it might be interesting, but it sounds like it'll be maybe JCPenney sounding, probably. That's our luck.
She just walked in. Do you?
Okay, what do we got here? Okay. Try something a little bit different sounding pitch. Not too distorted, but just slightly. What a trippy tune that is. How it kind of switched up on me there. But anyways, let me go back here. Hey, what's up, Lawrence? How you doing, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Soulful. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. I try, but I don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of feeling it out, man. We're just kind of feeling it out. Very cool track. I'll give it that. It was not what I thought it'd be, especially with the nice mellow. It has a nice, pretty, like, I don't know how you say it. That's a very relaxing sound. Alright, so let me pause that. Let's pull up some more tracks here. What is this one? Do you have any other similar tracks? That was kind of interesting. Smooth track. Alright, let's try this next one here. No, no commercials. Why? Always with the commercials. Let's see. Can you do one of the max backing drum tracks? Yeah, we can mess around with that pretty soon, man. See what we can do with that. What is this? Sounds good, Lester. Nice and mellow. Putting me to sleep. It's close to midnight here, so about to pass out. Have a great night. No worries, dude. Thanks for joining. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend. Be safe. Okay, let's see what this weird track is. Cool. Kind of a weird jam thing, but I like it. Blues, jazz, magic. Keep going. I love it. And I'm happy to hear you like it, man. I'm a big jazz fan myself. I just don't know what the heck I'm doing fully. I'm still new to the jazz stuff. Alright, so Tyler wants me to look at the max drum tracks. See if we make something interesting with that. Let's see. Alright, I just clicked on the first thing that popped up for these drum tracks. Let's see if we can make something interesting with it. We'll try our best. I guess it's kind of like rock music, I guess. It's like super heavy sounding. The fill's a little weird, so let's see if we can find one without a weird like blast beat in the middle, because that blast beat's gonna like be a little strange. What is this one? This isn't too bad, I suppose. Kind of a weird track. Something like that. Maybe just make it normal. Kind of interesting little thing there. I'm just kind of screwing around with the backing track, which sounds alright, I suppose. I'm just not used to playing around with that. Let's see here. A guitarist who was a music major told me his maestros told him, possess on well that if you can't play jazz, they can't compete. Guitarists, do you agree? Sorry, I'm like half blind. Let me go back here. So wait, a guitarist who was a music major told me his maestros told him poses on as well as that if one can't play jazz, they aren't complete guitarist. Do you agree? Well, that's a tricky one, man. I mean, everybody's going to be a little different in like how they do things, right? You know, it's good to play different styles of music, I would say. So don't just play jazz, don't just play metal, maybe play a little bit of everything. Let's see, moving on to that. Am I saying that right? Sorry, I'm like opening this up here on the side because I don't know if I'm going along correctly. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about like what sounds like complete or whatever. As long as it sounds good to you, that's what I'd worry about. If it sounds decent enough for you, then it's good enough for me. Hopefully that kind of makes sense in a roundabout way. But yeah, you don't have to do any style of music you don't want to. You can play whatever you want. It could be rock, jazz, blues, country, whatever you like. Do a little chicken picking. Nice little like bluesy kind of thing there. Doesn't sound too bad. Sorry, just random noodling here. Not really making a lot of sense, but just screwing around. Anyways, having said all that fun stuff, hope you're having a fantastic Saturday out there. Just ignore me. I'm just screwing around. If you guys want to jam anything in particular, or if you have any ideas for what we should jam, or just whatever, be sure to let me know. I'm just rocking out here with you guys. There's all this stuff here got in the way. Let me just close this off. Okay, there we go. Man, I have like junk everywhere. Move out of that real quick. Okay, cool. Let's see. I think Little Wayne might be better. The stuff you see on these posts sometimes, man, they crack me up. Let me go out of that scene real quick. Out of that. Okay, finally, one place. But yeah, it's always good just to mess around with different sounds that you guys like. Deathcore. I'm not much of a deathcore guy, man. I'm not very good at playing deathcore music, I'll say. Let's see. Let's do some just basic jamming. Yeah, I don't do deathcore, but we can give it a go and see what we can accomplish. Let's see. What do we got? Deathcore backing track. I'll just put that in there. But don't expect anything good, alright? It's not, I'm not much of a deathcore guy.
I took two things that I love.
I took two
dancing and
things.
dance, and I made them into a successful business.
I've seen this commercial so many times. Alright. Deathcore. I guess that'd be like just rocking something heavy. Yeah, it sounds kind of loud, but maybe a little louder volume. Let's see, throw in some 80s vibe riffs and... Okay, we can try that. Pause for a sec here. Kind of cool, man. I like it. It's a different sound, you know, just doing shreddy stuff. Something like that. I don't know. Some weird pattern to try to mess around with. Oh my goodness. Where am I at here? Is that the Chelsea Grin style backing track? Yep, you're right. That's Chelsea Grin one. You got it right. What is this? Apple Core? That's funny, man. You just played the fastest sweep ever played. Oh my goodness, man. That's crazy. I'm not very fast at sweep stuff. I'm okay, but I'm not good at doing these, like... Well... I don't know, something like that. Don't sweep very often. I need to get more exercise on that. Play the fastest sweep. Yeah, I read that part. Okay, we're good on that one. And... okay, cool. Let's get some more jamming going, I suppose. I'll try. Thing. So maybe some... I gotta think some kind of pattern up like that, so... Weird patterns there. Let me pause that for a second. I don't know, it's doing some random nonsense like that. I don't know. Something weird like that. Or... old thrash or something. I don't know. I don't have enough subs for that. Got the 8-string. Yeah, I need to get a 8-string or 7-string or something like that to pull that off. do you think about inviting him to one of our lives and you can play off each other's jams live? You guys are welcome to come do a live stream jam on my channel. I don't mind doing that. I don't know what you're up to next Saturday, Tyler, but if you want to do a jam, we could just trade some ideas and BS, man. It's always more fun than me just talking to myself. As much as I like talking to you guys, you know, I just run out of things to say sometimes. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Yeah, subs aren't everything, man. You know, and I've only been doing YouTube like maybe no, actually that's wrong. 3 or 4 years now, something like that. 3 years, I can't remember. But I've learned a lot of things to do and not to do. So if you guys want advice for like what to avoid and what not to avoid, I can definitely give you tips because I made a lot of mistakes when I first started out, and I wish I could have done it differently. But yeah, if you guys do review videos, you're definitely gonna get some views and some subs. The most subs I ever get on my channel are from doing review videos. Lesson content is 50-50, but usually review videos and shorts. But again, mainly review videos. The most subs I ever got in my life are making just clickbait, like the Corey Feldman type video stuff, or like, you know, whatever, Lil Wayne solo. Just anything you can think of that's going to be interesting to watch. Unfortunately, like original music, streams like I'm doing now, anything like that is like, you know, like this kind of thing, just won't go very far. Like unless you're already an established artist, which I'm not. But like if you're somebody that's like even a big like time YouTuber, like if you're Stevie T or something, if you look at Stevie T or Bradley Hall or these guys that are big shots, their biggest videos are clickbait videos, review videos, you know, basic things, not really any playing. And when they do playing, it's usually in a context of something for the video, right? Not for actual music. If you look at like their original songs, they get like 80% less views, or not 80, maybe it's like 50% less views, but like, you know, they have 1 million view video, but then the original songs maybe 100,000 views, which is still a lot more than me. But I mean, compared to 1 million, right? Or if you look at a guy that has maybe 5 to 10,000 views on a video normally, but then you look at his originals, maybe got like 1,000 if he's lucky or less, maybe 800. Just not how it works. People just don't care for original stuff as much as they used to. So you got to trick them into it. That's why anytime I do original music, I put it in my reviews now, usually. And even that gets low views, right? But still, I try to throw it in there. It's like, okay, I'm going to review this, but I might as well make a tune for it. So might as well get it going. But that's my biggest advice. Try to make reviews, dude, on whatever you can, because that'll give you some attention, if anything. And for whatever reason, cheaper gear gets more views than like expensive gear. I don't know why that is. Even Max was talking about that the other day. Let's see here. Yeah, even Ola's music is sadly underwatched. I agree with you on that, dude. Clickbait works. Yeah, it's true. It's an annoying thing, right? Because you don't want to clickbait people. Like, YouTube kind of sucks that way. Like, you don't want to clickbait anybody, and people don't like being clickbaited. But at the same time, you don't get views posting things that aren't clickable. So it's a real love-hate relationship I have with YouTube. It really sucks. And by the way, let me just tell you this too. You can have a lot of subs, but that doesn't mean anything. Like 80% of your subs will sub to your channel, but they won't come back to a video. Majority of views you get on videos that, like, you know, actually like account to something are like 20% subscribers usually for most people. Me and Richard were just talking about this, how it's funny that majority of views come from non-subs. A very small percentage actually come from subscribers, which I guess kind of makes sense. But it's still funny how that works. Oh, you see my Otherworld hat, Tyler? That's funny, man. Heck yeah. It's came out okay. I've had it for a little while, but this Chinese company, they made it, and it looks all right. I would have liked the edges to be a little less rough, but it doesn't look too bad. Now when my hair's a mess, like days like today, I can just throw my hat on, and I'm good to go. Oh, man. Let's see here. Just don't do it at the same time as Rick's. First time checking out my channel. Oh, thanks, dude. Glad to see you. Thanks for coming to check it out. Sorry if it's a little boring right now, Timothy. We were doing a lot of jamming in the last couple hours. Like, we were doing some jazz and fusion and shred and just random stuff. We're just taking a breather now, but I'll do some more jamming pretty soon. Let's see. Most people can't afford or don't want to buy a $3,000 guitar amp. Yeah, I totally get that, and I'm in the same boat. Like, I would never spend that much money on an amp or a guitar. It's just not. I could never justify that. Um, I think the most expensive guitar I ever paid for, like, was like, was used, of course. I never buy brand new, but it was around 450, five, close to five, and even that I wanted to cry because I just hate spending money. I was like, oh god, it hurts. I was like, damn, you know. I just really hate spending money on stuff. Let's see. Mids, bass. Just random jam in there, sorry. The amount of money you spend can't make you a better player. That is so true. Practice, practice, practice. I definitely agree with you on that one, man. People think they can outbuy practice, and you just can't. My channel is my music, guitar reviews, and upgrades. I just started doing more with it. Awesome, dude. Heck yeah. That's really cool that you're taking it up, man. Especially doing reviews. That's the right way to do it. Review videos, upgrade videos. You'll get further than me for sure. I need to do more review videos. I just get lazy with stuff. Let's see here. 400, not 4,000. Yeah, totally. Rockstar kidneys or movie star kidneys? Oh, man. I know people that spend a lot of money on like really expensive gear, but it's funny because like I see these people, they don't want to put money into lessons or like books or courses or anything, but they go and blow money on like $1,000 guitar that they can't play, and I'm thinking, if you spent that money on lessons, like you can make your current guitar sound a lot better, or even if you don't take lessons, just get a book or something, or try to learn. I'm always trying to learn more and do more because there's a lot I don't know how to do that I'm trying to get better at. Right? I'm not perfect. But it's like, yeah, just try to grow, no matter how that is. Whether you're taking lessons, whether you're watching videos, whether you're getting a book, just try to grow. Don't stay stagnant. That's my biggest advice to anybody with anything, right? Always try to be in a constant state of motion, of growth. Even if it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere, just keep consistently pushing forward to something different. Like I said, there's a lot I'm trying to work on that I don't like the sound of in my own playing that I listen back to and I'm like, man, that sounds like crap, Sometimes there's some days where I just can't make anything sound good. Other days, I'm like, okay, this doesn't sound too bad. It sounds all right. But some days it's like, man, this just sounds like crap. Yeah, you gotta always push forward. Always try to push forward and have fun. Have fun, that's a big thing. If you're a working professional, JD says, you probably have money but no time. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Yeah, a lot of people that are working professionals, like musician-wise, have really nice gear and stuff, but they never get to play what they want because they're always busy doing other stuff, you know what I mean? Let's see, his videos, Scar My Guitar's videos will help you grow with mods and setting up your guitar yourself. Well, that's cool, man. Heck yeah. Yeah, I know Sean. He seems like a pretty cool dude. I mean, I don't know him personally. I just seen his videos, but he seems pretty cool. I don't do a lot of modding. I don't know. I'm not really big on modding stuff. Never really was. I guess set up guitars pretty okay. Like I know how to set them up and everything, but as far as modding, I don't know. Have you ever lost a lot of your skills from not practicing for long periods? How'd you get it back? Oh, good question, man. Well, I've been playing guitar for 23 years. And in that time frame, I never stopped playing. Like, I never had a period where I stopped playing for a long time. I think the longest I ever took up time off was like a week. Maybe a week and a half. And that was back when I had COVID real bad. Which really screwed me up even to this day. COVID sucks. But yeah, that whole week and a half kicked my butt, man. Like that was a year ago, and I took the most time off from guitar I ever did in my life. But besides that period, I've never taken like more than that amount of time off from guitar. I've always been like either playing every other day or every couple days, but I always play a little bit of something in the day, something. And that goes for even back when I was like homeless. You know, when I was homeless years ago, I still played. Like people think, well, how do you play when you're homeless? Well, easy. You go sit at a park or you go sit somewhere and you play your guitar. It's, you know, like you would sit anywhere else. It kind of sucks being out in the open, especially if it's raining or if it's hot. But you know, you do it. You practice, and that's what I did. But yeah, as far as getting skills back, I would say it's good to do like small things to get yourself back motivated. Maybe some small exercises, right? Put on a metronome and do some basic scale runs. Let's get the hands loosened up again. I don't think you ever truly forget things, but I think it gets rusty, and so you just need to kick it back into gear. You need to go back and just kind of re-go back into it, right? Once you do that, I think you're good to go, right? Just keep your consistent routine, and you'll be back to where you were in a certain period of time. Unless you have a physical thing like stopping you, and then that's a whole different thing I'm not qualified for. Like I can't give you advice on medical stuff. See, Tim says he had a heart transplant 10 months ago. It took 4 months before I could really hold the guitar to play again. Oh man. Jeez, dude, I'm really sorry to hear all that, dude. That sucks to go through all that, but I'm glad you're doing okay now, and I'm glad you can practice now. Life is a crazy thing. You just never know what's going to happen, and the human body is so fragile. You know, anything can happen at any time like that. And yeah, so I feel you, dude, and I hope that you're feeling much better now since then. But yeah, guitar is a trip, man. It doesn't like it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Like just because you stop playing doesn't mean that you're gonna lose all your talents or anything. I mean, you have to do a little bit of work if you're taking like a whole year off or something, but usually it'll come back. I think it's like riding a bike. It just takes a little getting used to, right? It's just a little rusty. But that's just my personal opinion. Like that could vary, but that's just how I feel about it. So hopefully that kind of answered your question, man. But you know, I've always been somebody that was always a little bit like obsessive. You know, in a way, I have like an obsessive person. Like I don't want to say I'm an obsessive personality, but I've always had a bit of maybe it's AD. I have a little ADHD, but I've always had like hyper focus on things. Like, gosh, how do you say it? Like, I've always been really, really like into things that, like the things I like music or whatever. I always took really seriously, and I would always be really super driven and like hyper focused, obsessive. Like when I first took up guitar, I was really, really obsessive, and I'd do it every day for hours and hours. And I would stay up late and lose sleep over it. I would wake up and I would do it. I would just think about it. I would go to work and think about it. Nothing else, just music theory and guitar. That's all I think about. And it was obsessive. Still that way, but not as bad. But yeah, so then I got into other things on the side too. So I was juggling music, and then when I got really big into martial arts like jiu-jitsu and boxing and stuff, I got really obsessive with that. And I was thinking about it all the time with music. I was juggling it. And I want to train for 5 hours a day if I could. I'd stay up late at night and go out and train. I'd work, come home and go do that, and lose sleep again. I've always been one of those people that spend a lot of time hyper focusing on things. And yeah, it's a downside to that too, because you get yourself a little burned out, and you can get a little too much going on. You start stressing yourself out, and you lose the fun. But I've always been that way with anything I take up that I have interest in. I hit it hard and every day and over and over. And that's music was the same way. I still is. I do it every day. Even if it's only like 5-10 minutes, I try to focus at least for 10 minutes on something specific I want to get better at. And it pays off. It sucks a little because you have to put in like this endless effort every day, but there's a payoff to it. So it's not like like, oh hey, I did it one time, so I'm good for the year. You got to do it like consistently. It's got to be like over and over. Let's see. Fun fact: there are actual buskers who are talented that make over $100,000 a year just doing that on the streets. Oh, I believe it, man. I believe that. If you're in the right area, I'm sure you can make some pretty good money as a busker. I busked in Pismo, which isn't like the greatest place to busk, but I did it before back when I was homeless, like years and years ago. And I could get like $20 to $50 a day. just, you know, putting out a hat and playing music. But, you know, I'm talking about like whole day standing on the pier, you know. I mean, all day. And, you know, that's not really great money compared to if you could work a job and have consistent pay. That'd be much better. But it can be done. It can be done. It fed me. There's a lot of times I would have went hungry if it wasn't for busking. I tell you that much. I got Jack in the Box or whatever, chicken sandwich or McDonald's back when it was $1. Heck, man, for real. But you know, you have to put up with other people too. You got to think about that. Some people aren't as friendly on the streets, you know, depending where you're at. So you know, as long as you got a safe area, you don't have to put up with any crazy people, right? You should be okay to busk. Do I recommend it? Yeah, it's an experience. I think everybody should try it at least once. But I don't know if I recommend it in general. Yeah, been there, done that. Let's see. Tim says he spends hours on music now. It's my retirement plan. Heck yeah, dude. I love to hear that. Practice does pay off. I'm better in the last 8 years. Almost 55. I'm playing for 40. That's awesome, dude. See? That's so cool, man. I love to hear that, and I'm glad you're having fun doing what you want now. Especially since I read above that you were in the Gulf War. So, you know, I don't want to say, like, I want to say thank you for your service, but I have a few veteran friends that don't like that phrase, so I don't want to offend you by saying that. Like, I don't want to say thank you for your service if that's something you don't want to hear. But I know that that's a sacrifice that you went through. So either way, I'm glad you're able to do what you want now and focus on music or whatever that makes you happy. Find your inner zen, man. That's good. Very happy to hear that. But let's see here. No offense at all. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I never know these days. You know, sometimes people get kind of funny with that, and they're like, "Hey, don't tell me that." So you just never know. But I'm glad I asked. Yeah, music though is an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing, man. It's meditative for me now, especially like when I do anything musically. It's very meditative for me. It's very relaxing. I can just like I try to turn my brain off when I play now, and like I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to worry anymore. I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry about anything unless I'm practicing something very specific. I try just to let go and be in the moment. No thoughts, just in the present moment. And that it's helped my playing a lot, but it's also helped me feel better overall with like stress. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be stressed when you're playing anyway, because it comes out when you're playing. You can hear the notes kind of fluttering and stuff, and I've always had a problem with that. So I always try to really focus in now on playing lightly, relaxed, just in the moment. And speaking of that, let's pull up another backing track. Let's see. I think I did this one earlier. I'm not sure. It looks familiar. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I probably played one of this last stream or this stream. I can't remember. Commercials. And like I told you guys earlier, I don't know if you guys were here in the stream earlier when I was saying this, but like, I gotta forgive my my wording on things. Like, I'm not pronouncing things correctly. I feel like I misspeak on streams, and not just nerves. Like, that's part of it too. I always get a little nervous on camera, but I'm learning another language, so I'm putting a lot of work into learning that, and so it's screwing up my wording because I'm thinking so much about what the other language I'm learning, and I get kind of scrambled. So if you hear me sound like an idiot, like I said earlier, that's the reason. It's not any other reason than that. But very healing writing songs lets your emotions out. Oh, dude, totally, man. I totally agree with you on that, Timothy. Okay, let's get some jamming in just a little bit. That's kind of silly. It's like a funky, weird groove, man. It sounds kind of trippy. It's like a funkadelic, like rock thing. I don't know what you call that. Sounding like an idiot is normal, man. Yeah, I feel you. But seriously, that's like every day lately for me, man. Just subscribed. I'll check out the channel later. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I'm glad you're joining the channel. Appreciate that. It's fun jamming with you. That's funny, man. I'm glad you like jamming with me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just screwing around. But I'm glad you're having fun. What language am I learning? Korean. Korean language. It's hard, man. I don't know if you guys learned Korean before, but it's there's a lot to that. That's very, very complex. Hurts my head a little. I definitely have a lot more respect for the Koreans than I did before. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's see. Let's do some more jamming. Trying to type in backing tracks. My fingers are too fat, smacking all the frets, or not frets, but the keys here. All right, let's see what we got here.
I want to see Tim. I'm Jack Black. Oh, that's it. I'm not Jack Black.
Oliver, this is...
Commercials about Jack Black. I don't know what's going on. Pause. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Funkalicious. Heck yeah, Timothy. Helps a lot to ask the vet real quick if they were combat deployed. Oh, I see. To be thanked. That's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, Anti. Thank you for letting me know that, by the way, because I'm not a veteran, so I don't know like the rules on that. But I'm glad you told me that because that makes it a little easier. I should ask that next time. Yeah, I don't know a lot about like etiquette, I guess, when talking to veterans. I only know a few. Like my cousin was in the Navy for about 6 years doing, I forget what they call it. Gosh. Like he works on the missile stuff. I forget what they call that. Fire control thing. But I don't know anybody that's like been in. Well, I take it back. I met one guy that was he was in Vietnam supposedly, and he wrote a book, which is pretty cool. But he had like pictures of himself as a sniper, I guess, and you know, I didn't believe him at first because a lot of people say, well, I mean, not that I didn't believe him. It's just a lot of people kind of go on stories and stuff, and you don't never know like how true they are. But he had a whole book and pictures and everything, and I was proven wrong. Guy was legit. And sometimes he'd come in really wasted, you know, for his lesson back when I worked in the store. And he'd always reek like Jack Daniels. Super nice guy. Always really friendly. But he'd always talk to me about the most random things. About like, you know, just fighting. And I would be like, I didn't know what to say half the time. So I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. So here's this Iron Maiden song. Like, you know, I didn't know what to say half the time. I couldn't really connect or relate. I never seen what he's seen, you know. I can only keep an open mind, but I just can't imagine. Wow, Korean. Yeah, it's pretty tricky, man, but it's a lot of fun. It keeps my brain fresh because I never learned a language before, and it's definitely challenging to think about, like, you know, how you word things and structure things. And I talked about this earlier. I don't know if you guys are here or not for that. But like the hardest thing about it is the way they make their sentences, right? Like, you know, we would say something like, I eat chicken, right? But their wording would be phrased a little differently. They would say like, I chicken eat, right? And then you'd have to have things like imnida in the back or whatever that would show like forms of politeness. So you'd have to learn certain words twice because there's polite and there's impolite or formal and informal phrases, right? So, you know, there's certain words like that you can totally piss somebody off if you say the wrong thing, which I've done on accident, not knowing. But luckily they were understanding and they kind of like showed me like, okay, it makes more sense why Johnny Blaze is speaking Korean. Yeah, that's funny, man. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. I figured it'd be kind of comical since I have a few Koreans that follow my channel and have a few Korean students, so they got a good laugh at me later. They were like, "Oh my gosh," you know, they had a good chuckle. But yeah, there's a few things that you can say that are really like easy words. Some of them are not so easy. You could say like your basic hello greeting in Korean that's formal and polite. You would say 안녕하세요 or 안녕하세요, 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 안녕하세요. It's kind of like a young sound, 안녕하세요, but they kind of skip over real quick. So that's like hello. But there's an informal way for people that, like, if you're older than them or whatever, then you would say like 안녕, 안녕, 안녕. So 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요, or 안녕, 안녕. So there's all kinds of terminology things you can do like that are very annoying. Yeah, or I could say something like how do I say this? So I could say something like 저는 기타 강사입니다. This means I'm a guitar teacher, right? But you put it structured as an I guitar am teacher kind of wording. So that's why it's confusing. You have to remember the phrases are a little swapped around than American words would be, which is probably why my brain's a little scrambled. But anyways, real quick, let's do another jam, and let's just keep it fun and fresh for you guys. Feel free to jam along with me. Get your guitars ready. Let's see, sorry to get off track, but I really like the sweep picking technique you showed in a previous video recently. A cool picking technique I started using. Oh, thanks, dude. I'm really happy to hear that. I like the fact that people use the lessons. Because I never know if anybody watches my lesson videos. But the fact that helped you and you just told me that makes me feel super relieved, dude. So thank you so much for telling me that. I'm glad you liked the video. Like I said, I never know who watches these things. I just throw them out there and, you know, I hope for the best. Korean, very interesting. You seem very intelligent. Well, I don't know about very intelligent. I'm pretty pretty tame, man. I'm pretty tame guy. I'm not much of I wouldn't call myself intelligent. I'm okay. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know anything. That's how I feel lately. Let's see. Who is your favorite South Korean guitar playerist? Guitar playerist. I can't talk. See, my words get all messed up. There's a few different ones, like Pak Sun-yu is pretty good. There's a few people that I know that aren't famous. Just friends like I've made friends with on Facebook and whatnot, or follow their channels, and they play pretty decently. But Pak Sun-yu's pretty good, and he does like a lot of fusion X stuff, like the Alan Holdsworth style. Like that kind of big stretchy. I'm not very good at Alan Holdsworth. I'm just using it as an example, but he has a lot of that kind of stuff. But as far as actual like bands, there's so many like K-rock bands that you can listen to, and almost 80% of them have good guitar players in them. Like you can't go wrong. Literally all of them are like super technical, or not super technical, but you know what I mean. They sound good, and I think it's just because of that whole culture of taking everything really seriously. Like they have pride and everything, and they put a lot of work into stuff. So that's probably why. You know what I mean? You call me humble. Well, appreciate that, man. Like I said, I'm a small fish in the big pond. There's a lot of things I don't know, but glad you guys like the content. That makes me happy. We'll do a little jamming real quick here, just to kind of get some fun going. What is this, in C-sharp minor? Okay. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys, for the delay there and the hiccup. I had to answer something. But awesome. Super cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. What brand guitar is that LP you're playing? I don't see a headstock label. This is the AIO SC77 AIO Les Paul guitar. Super cool, man. I love this thing. Sounds really good, by the way. Let's see. Trying a few variations. For that, it would be spelled like with a B, because the B is like B is like a P sound for them. So like B is a P sound. So I think it's spelled with a B. I'll have to make sure though. I could be spelling the name wrong too. Let me just double check with you guys. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's see here. And also might be... Damn, my internet's slow. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Wrong spelling. Can't type, save my life. Give me just one sec, guys. Sorry, I can't see the chat because I'm looking on my Google here. It's going slow. No, it's not the one. Yeah, I have to double check the spelling on that one because I think I got the name mixed up. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm not missing you guys. Jam, it's fun. Yeah, jamming's always fun, man. You've heard good things about AIO. Guitar Max likes them a lot. It was good to meet you. When do you usually do live chats? Thanks, dude. It's good meeting you, too. I'm glad you came to hang out with us. Usually on Saturdays. Saturday's the big live stream day. But they kind of switch around. It's usually Saturdays, though, lately. It's been Saturdays. I want to say it's always Saturdays. I hope. But anyways. Oh, did I answer everything? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Sorry, I get kind of sidetracked, guys. I get like a little ADHD when I'm looking at these chats on here. But yeah, awesome. Hopefully you guys have had a good Saturday. Hopefully it's been fun and eventful for you guys. Can hold the jamming up. No, you're good, dude. I get sidetracked easy. I always get kind of all over the place. But I'm going to head out of here for now. I got to make some dinner and everything. My wife just came home and she's like, where the heck, man? Where's the food? So I got to get to my cooking job now. It's good seeing you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this live stream. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys on this Saturday. I hope the rest of you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, get some good food or whatever it is you guys got to do on your weekend. And stay tuned for some videos coming up, like a review video on this Lakato Tank G pedal, and then an acoustic guitar, and then a wireless system, and a few other things. And lesson videos if you guys like that. But anyways, having said all that good stuff, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you guys in the next stream. You guys stay safe. All right, bye.